finally got a little bit of sleep for quite a few days, especially in the lead up to a meeting that was supposed to take place on Monday, a couple of days ago now. I'd get the usual shenanigans where the purpose would be trying to make sure that the psychiatrists are in a position in terms of power and all that, and I am in a diminished, vulnerable state that I wouldn't be in, and thinking things I wouldn't be thinking, reacting to things I wouldn't be reacting about, because somehow the shrinks and their mates have will have sort of persuaded people, well, this is a great way of doing things. Anyway, so I've had the druggings and so on and so forth around sleep, but that continued like today, especially in the early hours in the night that's just gone. I put my head down and I'm exhausted, and we're getting about up to an hour sleep every time only. But every time I put my head down to sleep, I'd get the heebie-jeebies and stuff like that. In the end, I just said, "How's your mum?" Now that refers, as I think most people watching these videos knows, about this little babby ass who came round my house in 97, 98, 1997, 1998, because his girlfriend was a tyre, and started trying to do my head in with really lame stuff, and just get him off that subject, because it wasn't doing him much good, clearly. So there's your boy. And so that's a way of saying, well, look at all this stuff. It essentially boils down to the type of jabber, patter that guy would come out with. It's pretty much a little different. The shrinks and all that, I've just tried to give it the air of science or whatever, scientific or legitimacy, when really it's just some twat, trying to do your head in. But they've got drugs, normally it's just, you never take that type of thing seriously, like I didn't in 97, 98. But as what happened after that encounter, the shrinks would have told this guy, I thought, don't you worry, we'll sort him out. And they'd get druggings and all sorts. However that happened, that was the result eventually. Because like I said, if you naturally deal with people, trying to do your head in, pretty lame mind games, you sort of just laugh it off, don't you? But then, if there's people in power who really want something like a public stocks in 2000, and they're put up to it by a bunch of people, almost a community, urging them on to do stuff like that. There you go, look at that. Anyway, breakfast there. The last 2 days it's been people trying to get right in my face and that. Breakfast, but it's sort of like what kept happening around having a wank. I'd have a wank. Before having one, I wouldn't say anything. No one would come to the door. No, nothing going on in the environment. Nothing. And then I'd start having a wank, and every 2 seconds there'd be someone coming to the door to check up on me, sort of thing, opening the door and so on and so forth. And I said to the one, why don't you come in, pull up a chair while I was on my wank. And she said, no, and all this sort of thing. But the thing is, what they tried to do at breakfast, what they tried to do when I'm having a wank, it's like, as if I'm going to give a shit. That's one of the things that does sort of can piss you off there. You know, why would I be pissed off with some fucking tree? There's some bit part actor going all Hollywood B movie on me. Why would I? I wouldn't. So why all that crap? And then, you know, you can get the druggings off the back of it, sort of thing. But really, tacky, third-rate stuff. You know, archaic type stuff, Middle Ages type stuff, with the air of science, because, you know, they managed to concoct magical potions and different shenanigans to do the type of stuff they do, which turns out to be Middle Ages stuff when you really look at it. So anyway, so yeah, who knows where all this is going and why they're putting those things. Someone did say to me last night, someone did say, even though I've been speculating about that, as you would, someone said to me in the middle of the night about sleep, well, it's your choice whether you go back to bed. And I sort of started to say, well, no, it's not. And what do you know? We get the all the wine type stuff and the architect stuff, along with magical potions and stuff like that. The bizarre thing is they can just do what the fuck they like, really. I've just got to, you know, take it and just, when I go in there, they do whatever, and then as soon as it's over, come back here, do what I do, enjoy what I do if I'm allowed to enjoy what I do because of the druggings. Like I said, I think it was yesterday, they've got druggings so that you can't engage in activities you would engage in. You will do whatever they want you to do, sort of thing, which is sort of like one of the architect who took the photograph. You will submit to what I say about that photograph, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? It's that sort of thing, just from 96, 2015. But like, it does get me thinking, that sort of thing, that yeah, it's the official, it looks like the official view is that the 25 years haven't got in a puff of smoke. That's what it may be, because at breakfast this morning, one of the actors was coming out with all this music on his phone, and that owes a lot, if not everything, to the amalgam, the architects. So yeah, they seem that they will be stuck with that type of stuff. I'd have thought for a while, if not permanently. Which has implications for me, obviously. Psychiatrists and their mates being like psychiatrists and their mates. But yeah, so if that is the official version, should it really matter to me that it is? That it doesn't cohere to my view that well, those 15 years, those 25 years, effectively got enough of smoke. All the events and so on and so forth, detached and distanced from. You know, and in any other sense, as if I'm going to give a shit what a bunch of shrieks and their mates think and say and do. As if I give a shit about the architects and all that. But the simple fact is, when people have acquired and grasped themselves, the again it bears repeating, the unparalleled and unprecedented power over an individual that anyone has ever had anyone has ever had. I don't even need to extend that. And you can't really say, well, you know, you can't really advocate for yourself. Because it's set up that way as well, you know, the power dynamic from 96 will continue and will carry on, sort of thing. And and when you're faced with that, your natural inclination to just say to crazy people, yeah, whatever, mate, and just go your way, sort of thing, is removed from you by the powers that be, because they're the powers that be. So I'll continue to get drugged up. They'll continue to detain me. They'll do what the fuck they like. Because do you think you can say anything? No. I remember ringing out Amnesty International once. Was it Amnesty International? Yeah, they'd already made their minds up. Like between 96 and 2000. Look at that. One of them sort of institutions. I could ring the BBC, couldn't I suppose. And I've been coasted up to the strengths as well. So yeah, anyway, the situation, like I said, like I've said before, is my mum's dead. If I was at the flat, I would, and it was conventional stuff, I would be living the life I would be living. And that's about it. I mean, here reading books, okay, books going to be editing, so on and so forth. But at least it's something. But yeah, it's pretty much, chilled out the vast majority of the time. Yesterday's video was a bit of a rant. I did need to just, let off some steam and air, which is more important than the airing grievances. But now and again, you just need to just stop. Just that was my method of doing that. But chill out a bit now. Figure out stuff to do with my day. What's the drug-ins at the moment? Figure out what the drug-ins are at the moment, and sort of try and work around it. These. Anyway, these are the things you have to do when you're in a nut house and you're the only one down the nut house who's an off his fucking head. As I keep repeating. Anyway, I think I'll do another one of these though. They do me good. It does get me thinking about the situation. But it seems like they're just keeping me here to see what I'll say and work off the back of that, and and get some sort of denouement, some sort of resolution that sort of suits them in no small measure. And I'm just not interested in it, or I'm not interested in it at all. Maybe they're not interested in it as well. Don't know. Maybe that's a false assumption on my part to jump to a conclusion like that. But I couldn't give a shit. Just coffee, vape, telly, books, so on and so forth. The only thing I'm not doing at the moment is telly. Don't think I'm TV license due. I don't think I'm going to renew it. I don't see the point. I might do some more. I might do another one of these later, just so I can focus on what's going on. Even though sometimes it does pay off to just observe these people and figure out, there they go, and they'll be running around declaring, as they do, the meaning of things. Well, you can trace that all the way back to the architect with the camera.